Obviously disappointing. Never really got going. Looked short of energy and ideas, to be honest with you, and lacked real quality. That's one of the most frustrating things from myself today. And we can't say that too many times this season. We've shown better than what we showed today, certainly in possession. We got no control in that game whatsoever. And full credit to Forest Green. They moved us around, but they had the ball the majority of the time because we just couldn't keep it. Top, bottom end of the pitch, in the middle of the park, we were slow to it in terms of winning the ball back, and then when we did win it, in the few occasions we did win it, we didn't use it wisely at all.
First goal for them was a good finish from the player. Do you think it could have been prevented at all?
Yeah, it's symptomatic of our game today. Not quite tight enough, didn't quite have that extra yard in our legs to get tight enough to affect the player, and he's cut inside, and it's a good finish, but you allow someone to cut inside inside your 18-yard box, they're going to certainly hit the target, and it's gone in the top corner. So that's, like I say, that was the way we were today. Short, and we can talk about the 1,000 miles we've done this week and the 2 games and the illness in the camp and the injuries. No excuses in terms of that. Those players I put out on the pitch today should have been good enough to put in a better performance than that.
I suppose it's a consequence when you go trying to get back into the match, you run the risk of conceding another.
Yeah, but even when we were trying to get back in the game, we didn't really look like getting back in the game, if we're being brutally honest. The chances we created were few and far between, and they weren't real chances at all. Like I say, we just didn't quite have the edge to get after the ball, even if it wasn't a perfect ball today. Football's never perfect. It really isn't. It's a game riddled with mistakes, and we let our own mistakes affect us today, which was disappointing from my point of view. And we didn't quite stand up and be counted when we needed it. And the second goal, look, you're chasing the game slightly, and you play a slightly open way, but it's a good finish from the lad. But still, we could have prevented it.
James Hammond came in today, a largely strong performance of him.
Yeah, pleased with Hammy. He's a good goalkeeper. He's been patient and waited for his opportunity, and he looked cool and calm under pressure and composed and made some good saves. And he was the one one of the few who came out with credit today. So look, obviously we'll assess Christie's injury, but he's been a big player for us. But no problem, James Hammond obviously stepped straight in and did well today. I was pleased.
And what is Christie's injury in the situation?
We're not too sure of the extent of it yet. He got injured in training yesterday. He did try this morning a fitness test, but he was nowhere near in terms of his mobility and his kicking and all the movement in his lower part of his body. So it's depending how he settles down this week, we might have to send him for a scan, but obviously it just adds to the list, which is starting to grow at the moment.
And it was 11 games unbeaten prior to today. I suppose it's always important to look at the bigger picture and move on quickly. Yeah,
definitely. I've come in here after we've won, we've not been too high. We know exactly what we've got to do in terms of where we want to get to, and today's no different. It is, like I say, it was a poor performance, but in the general scheme of the way the season started, and we've been quite bright in the way we've gone about it, and generally had energy about us. I think anyone who's here today could see we were lacking in certain areas, not only energy but certainly quality as well.